G Adventures, Intrepid, or Flashpack? It's a question, as the founder of Flashpack, that I hear sometimes, especially on Reddit, and I totally get, understand and respect why people always ask it and why perhaps it's not super clear what the difference is between Flashpack G and Intrepid. So I'm going to explain. Flashpack was born from a very specific problem that we, myself, Lee, and Radha, my now wife, experienced. She was single, in her 30s, burnt out at work and desperate for an adventure, a trip away. But none of her friends, unsurprisingly, because they were in their 30s and 40s, were available. They were busy with their own lives, getting married, having kids, or just unavailable. So she started wondering, why isn't there a travel company, a group travel company for people like me? So when she told me about it on our very first date, I resonated with the idea immediately. Single, in my 30s, and it was impossible to get my friends to commit to anything at all. So we started together looking into existing group travel brands and realized that none of them spoke to us as single, 30-year-old solo travelers. So what makes Flashpack different? The biggest difference, but not the only difference, between Flashpack and brands like Intrepid and G is who we're for, or who we're not for. Most group travel companies, they cater for your 18 to 30-year-old, your backpackers, or for the over 60s, over 70s retiree market. Flashpack is laser focused on the needs of a solo traveler in their 30s and 40s, and now, more recently, 50s, who don't want to stay in hostels and don't want large coach tours. We, Flashpack, are the first company to recognize that the people you travel with is just as important, if not more important, than the actual trip itself. So we obsess over the group dynamic. And by the way, you can go to our website, look on any trip, and see the exact ages, genders, and nationalities of all the other solo travelers signed up. You can choose between two core age ranges on our website, ages 30 to 49 or 45 to 59. Now, this is a huge shift from other group travel companies where you could easily end up with an 18-year-old gap year student and a 72-year-old retiree. And there's no problem with that. But if you really want a group of like-minded people at the same life stage as you, then Flashpack is the right company for you. Connection is at the heart of what we do, and our guides, the pack leaders, they play a really crucial part in group dynamics. They're not just leading the tour, they're creating group cohesion. Before the trip, you'll join a WhatsApp group to meet your fellow solo travelers. It's pretty exciting when you get to meet everyone for the first time. And because we obsess over the group dynamic, one example is on day 2 of every single trip, there's an activity which throws you outside of your comfort zone and helps to bond a group of strangers. So in South Africa, for example, we abseil down Table Mountain. It's pretty epic. And by the way, if there is someone a bit challenging, let's say in the group, our guides are trained to handle that too. We will do everything to protect the group dynamic. So Flashpack is premium. This is not posh. However, flashpacking means backpacking in style and comfort. So to give you some examples of the types of things we do, we sleep in converted jeeps in the Serengeti during the wildebeest migration. We arrive by private yacht in a secret Filipino island with a private chef cooking seafood for you, or raft. It's absolutely amazing, this experience, into a jungle lodge in Costa Rica. And the hotels we stay in range from 3 to 5 stars. There's plenty of 5 stars too. We use boutique hotels where possible and stay in locally run places and try our best to avoid chains. It's not always possible, but we try our best. And of course, food is a big deal too, just like it is to Radha and I as solo travelers now in our 40s. And we include most meals. I mean, recently I went to Colombia. We had a 22-course tasting menu and the chef has a Michelin star. So we don't mess around when it comes to how we go about choosing our restaurants. These are the types of details you need to compare when you're looking at other brands like Intrepid and G. So a lot of other brands may look cheaper, but when you add up the extras, you actually get exceptional value with Flashpack, and you can see that from reading our reviews on Trustpilot. So we include all the activities you see on the website, the pack leader, most meals, top-notch hotels, local transport with lots of comfort, and a pre-screened group of like-minded solo travelers the same age as you. Everything's included. There are no hidden extras. So our customer experience team, the CX team as we call them, they are the biggest team in the business for good reason. This is high-touch customer service. It's very important. We're a premium business. So check them out, reach out to them on our live chat or request a call back, and we will do our best to help you find the right trip for you. And we can tell you a little bit more about the other solo travelers that you'll be joined by. And of course, pre-trip, on the trip, post-trip, they'll be there to support you throughout. And by the way, if something doesn't go to plan, as this is an adventure, so it doesn't always go perfectly, we've got a guarantee in place. So we'll make it right and give you your money back for the parts that we didn't get right. So my final thought is, when you're comparing Flashpack to G-Adventures and Intrepid, Flashpack was built by solo travelers for solo travelers, and we understand how hard it can be to travel alone, but how magical it can be when you find your people and make friends. Flashpack's mission is all around making friends. We see ourselves as the friendship company. So the real question is, if you really value traveling with other solo travelers the same age and life stage as you, and you prefer to travel with nicer hotels, unique experiences that would be hard to do by yourself, then Flashpack is the choice for you.